Hi everyone, my name is Sharon Verghese and I'm the International Recruitment Coordinator at the University of Houston, Victoria in Texas. And so today I'll be talking about the different opportunities with financing scholarships and working in the US when you're thinking about coming to study in the US with us. So first off, just a little bit about me. Like I mentioned, I'm the International Recruitment Coordinator. I am Indian American. I was born and raised here in Houston, and I went to UHV myself. So I graduated with my bachelor's and my master's from UHV, and I've been serving students in higher education for about 6 years now. And I love working with international students. I love being able to tell them about the different opportunities that they have in the United States and more specifically at my institution. Now, when you think about studying in the US, each student's journey is quite different. And so, what you want, what you're looking for, your expectations, it's going to be very specific and unique to you. And US is a destination where you can be whoever you want to be and you can study whatever you want. And it allows you to expand your world. So some of the things to consider when you're looking at, what kind of schools you want to go to in the US. There's different types of colleges and universities. And so here we have it listed, like we have different community colleges, we have private universities, professional research institutions. So you have to kind of figure out, what fits best for you. Community colleges, technical colleges typically have about 2-year programs, and some in the United States do offer bachelor's degrees. And then more popular you'll kind of see is the public universities or colleges that are 4-year universities that offer bachelor's degrees, master's, PhD, doctoral degrees, and so on. And so you kind of want to figure out, what kind of university or college you want to go to when you're looking for, an institution to attend. And, for each different type of college or university, it has different price points. It has different type of scholarship opportunities. And so it's really good to do your research and to figure out, what's a good fit for you. Now, how to research. First thing, you want to know what kind of program you're wanting to do, and then if that program is available at the institutions you're looking at. Another thing students sometimes look for is rankings. Rankings are important, but it's about how important they are to you. Internships, work-related experience with course credit, that's also another important thing to look at when you're looking for institutions to attend because you want to be able to make sure that in your educational journey, you're able to partake in an internship, and that opportunity is going to open a door for the next opportunity, especially after graduation. You want to look at the campus size as well. So I always ask my students, do you want to be a small fish in a big pond, or do you want to be a big fish in a small pond? And so it's kind of like, are you a large campus person or a small campus or somewhere in the middle? Because you also have to think the larger the classrooms are, maybe the less interaction or one-on-one attention you'll get from your professor. Or the smaller the classrooms are, you do get more attention. And do you want that kind of attention, or do you want more instruction that's a little bit more hands-off? So you have to kind of figure that out for, your likes and how you learn best. And I think one thing that's important to know is that you are a person and you're not a number. So it's important to look for institutions where you're able to get to know everyone and it's not too overwhelming. Because a lot of times it can be overwhelming moving from another country, to another country to do the studies, and there's a lot of cultural differences and adjustments to the learning style or the educational system in the new country. And so sometimes the campus size, when it's more smaller, or when it's, you know, when you have smaller classes, it's easier for students to fit in. Another important thing is safety. You want to see how safe your campus is. What is in place at those institutions that kind of tell you that, okay, we have a safe campus and we have these different things put in measure to make sure to ensure the student's safety is the highest priority. And then job placement as well, especially as prospective students. One thing that you guys should know is you want to get as much experience in your education in the US, especially when it comes to internship. You want to see like what does the institution offer? Do they have a career website? Do they have job placement opportunities? Do they have any networking or job fairs happening at that campus? And it should be a return on your investment. So is this a program that's worth investing? If you're taking out a loan, how many years will it take to pay it back off? And what is your earning potential with this kind of major? These are the different types of things that you should look for when you're researching. But more than anything, don't follow, what your friends are doing always or what your neighbor's doing, because every student is unique. And so you should definitely try to figure out what is the best fit for you versus, going to another institution because your best friend's going there, your neighbor's going there, but more of just find out for yourself why you want to go to, a certain institution or school. Now, the application process. This is something that's really good to research on because for each institution, a lot of the processes and steps are similar, but some of it may be different as well. You want to know what's the requirements, what are the application fees, do they have waivers? You want to see, do they have a minimum GPA? What about test scores? Especially due to the pandemic, many institutions in the US have kind of opted out giving waivers and different may have made different adjustments in the application or admissions process for the students. And so you want to kind of be aware of what all is involved in that whole admissions process. You want to ask about down payments. You want to ask about deposits. Is there a waiting list for the program? What is the acceptance rate? What are the chances that I could get into this school? And then think about also, how is this institution going to help me transition? And so there may be like email conversations or buddy programs that some institutions offer, especially before the visa interview and after the visa interview. How much assistance or guidance are you being able to get? And then you definitely want to look into online virtual orientations and the intent to enroll into different types of sessions that's going to help you as well. All right, funding and scholarships. So there's different types of funding and scholarships. So typically international students, one of their main funding opportunities is on-campus employment, being able to get a waiver for in-state tuition, scholarships and more. And you want to apply early for these opportunities. And each school's scholarship criteria is different. And many schools require that the student has to be admitted before they can start applying for scholarships. So if you're able to get through that admissions process, early on, then you're able to go ahead and apply for scholarships. So there are merit-based funding, there's athletic funding, research and teaching, graduate assistantship opportunities. So you definitely want to research and see what kind of funding or scholarship different schools offer. As far as working in the US, you can work on campus, you can do a paid internship. There are volunteering option or positions and off-campus work options sometimes. And so, some of the different on-campus locations, like the tutoring center, the dining, the career center, a lot of the offices at an institution will hire a student worker or a student director. And as far as how much you can make with international students in the US, they are limited to working to 20 hours a week when school is in session. But when it's out of session, students can work 40 hours a week. And your salary range can be between $7.50 to $15, depending on the state that you're attending that institution, or depending on the position that you're in as well. As far as internships allow students to learn more about their potential fields. It helps to definitely build your resume. It increases your knowledge base and helps you gain experience in the type of field you're wanting to go into. Internships is something really that employers prefer students, take advantage of and be a part of, because it can lead to future opportunities. So you want to look at the institutions that you're thinking about attending and see, what all they have in place to help you get an internship. A couple of other things to think about is, think about what you're looking for in a college or university education. Um, do you know what it takes from start to finish? And, have I done enough, research, and what kind of field like brings me joy? What do I see myself doing, 10 years from now? Or, what kind of, you know, um, job am I hoping to have? And then also think about, is this realistic? What happens if my visa is denied? What is my backup plan, or what's my backup option? So there's a lot of things to be, thinking about, but don't let it overwhelm you. Just kind of have an idea of, or an awareness of, these are things that, we have to think about, but, at the same time, move forward with the plans that you have, but for sure do have backup plans if things don't work out as well. And as some final tips, you have to decide what is best for you. I know, especially in for a lot of our students, our family, our friends have a lot of input on what they want to see us doing. And so it's important that you figure out what you want to do, because you are the one, going through the whole experience. You are the one working, you are the one doing the homework, attending that institution. And so you want to be able to do what's best for you, as well as choosing the major you want to do. And don't always choose a major based off of the income potential. As long as you're willing to work hard and be the best in your field, that income, that you're looking for will come. And so, when you're doing the research and, and your due diligence, all of those things will work out for you. And so when you select your path, select an institution that's going to walk you through the whole career mapping process, because the US education system can be a little overwhelming. And so, we always tell students, like, don't always like pile up on double or dual majors without a good reason. Talk to your advisor and select a major early on. And majors are quite different to fiction to reality. And so, what you may think of them may not exactly be the kind of jobs that you get with those kind of, majors or programs. But, when you select an institution that really guides your whole career planning process, it does help you to be aware of what you need to be doing. And also, like I mentioned earlier, have a backup plan. There's nothing wrong with having a backup plan, because we have to know that a US visa is not granted or promised to everyone. And so we have to try to figure out, okay, with the cards that we have, what can we do? What decisions can we make and still achieve great things? Okay. And so when you're attending university or college, it's to gain knowledge and life and professional experience. And it's okay. You don't need to know everything about the process, and you're not going to know everything about the process. But the good thing is that the college or university you're looking to attend, you'll know if that's the right fit, if they're able to assist you and navigate you in the right direction. And especially throughout the interactions of applying and, during all the preparation stages, as well as being a current student, that'll definitely like help you throughout the whole process in knowing if that's a good fit for you. And at the end of the day, you'll be graduating with a college degree from the United States, and it'll be something that you'll be for sure proud of and be able to, take back to your home country and be able to do great things. So just a few things about UHV I just want to cover real briefly. Like I mentioned, I am a recruiter for University of Houston, Victoria, and we're located in Victoria, Texas. We're about 2 hours away from Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. Main things about our institution to know is that we're an affordable institution. We really value like one-on-one attention, and our faculty to student ratio is very low. And so our students are able to get to know our faculty on a different level. And so it definitely enhances the quality of their education as well. And so as far as just saying a little bit about us, I have a video that I really hope it works now. I hope you guys were able to hear that. I'm not sure if the sound was working, but I hope you
Everything
guys were.
was good on our end.
Oh, it's good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because I could not hear. Okay, great. So just real quick, I just want to go over just a few things about UHB. Right now for our enrollment, we do have about 4,500 students, including fall 2020. It's about 4,900 students, with 138 international students at our university. Our scholarships range from $3,000 to about $10,000. It could go up to $12,000 if a student is, getting an opportunity for a graduate assistantship. These are the different majors that we offer for international students at our institution. Just to highlight some of our popular ones, our business program is very popular. We have a AACSB accreditation, which only about a third of the universities in the U.S. have that accreditation, and it's the highest accreditation for business. But we do offer a variety of programs, especially in computer science being like our second top program, as well as a good variety of graduate programs as well that offer graduate assistantship opportunities for international students who are interested. Now, as far as to like why pick UHB, we have a really easy admissions process. A lot of the students that go through our admissions process, they come back and let us know that, hey, like I really enjoyed working with you guys through the whole admissions process. And it's something that we're really proud of and really happy to hear every time. Just because it's like we put a lot of time and effort dedicated to each student that's interested in coming to UHB as an international student. And we just want to be able to guide the student as much as we possibly can. And we have in our department, our director, Dr. Harrod, she was an international student herself. And so she's definitely walked through a lot of the similar challenges and experiences that international students go through in the whole admissions process, especially when it comes to studying in the US. And so she relates to our students so much, and our students value that a lot. Like I mentioned, we're an affordable institution, and we have excellent faculty, accredited programs, and especially for job opportunities, we do offer pretty good opportunities on campus. All of our departments are always willing to hire international students. And so it really does make it awesome because as an institution, our students who are from the US and even our faculty and our staff are really excited whenever we have an international student on campus. And so we're very open and welcoming to all of our students from different countries. And so it really does help expand everyone's experience throughout their education and time at UHB. like I mentioned, we have amazing, our taking internships is really important. We have amazing internship opportunities. And so, we work with our career services department, and we do have a job board website, and we do have like a virtual internship platform that we recently also got. And one of our students recently just got their first virtual internship in Germany. And so, especially with the pandemic and everything, I feel like we've had to get creative in what we can do to expand our opportunities for students to get, work experience. And so we're so glad that we're able to have a platform that offers virtual internships. And that too is something that students can put on their resume and is also very valuable. All right, and so we do have housing on campus. We do have English as a second language programs, and we do have everything that the student would need in order to be successful. We do have housing, dining, everything on our campus in Victoria. And so, for students that want to live on campus, they totally can do that. For students who want to live off campus, they can do that as well. We also offer study abroad programs. This is very popular. Whether the student wants to do something short term or long term or exchange programs, we're definitely up to tailoring each program to the needs of the student. And like I mentioned before, we're always here for you. I feel like sometimes it sounds very cliche, like we're here for you, but we really are. And one of the best ways to reach out to us is through our email, and our international mailbox, and it's international@uhv.edu. Whether it's us, through international programs or Success Center, our new student orientation program, or even our main admissions department, we're all here to help serve our students. And so we're always more than happy to work with our students and to make sure that they have a good experience at UHV. This is just some of our staff from our international programs office. And just to get to our contact us page, just some testimonials from our students. You can contact us at international@uhv.edu. And so if you guys have any questions, definitely do reach out to us and let us know how we can better help you. But thank you so much for letting me present and be a part of this program. Real quick, I just wanted to go back to the previous slide. These are just some of the main points, especially for international students on the programs, what's test optional, scholarships, and then also graduate teaching assistantships. Just a reminder that our deadline for year round is, we have a November 15th deadline for the spring semester. And then for the fall semester, we have a June 15th deadline. But if you have any questions, even about our programs, feel free to reach out to us at international@uhv.edu. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sharon, for that insightful presentation. Lots of great questions to think about, especially, planning ahead and preparing for your finances. And I know it sounds a bit of a cliche, but, it's always important to remind our students that we're here for them, because we live in a time where information is so accessible everywhere that you find a lot of students are always trying to figure it out themselves. But we are here for you. It's our job to be here for you. And we appreciate you guys taking the time to be here with us today to learn more about how to prepare for your finances. I think Sharon did an amazing job opening up the floor with some of those questions to get you guys thinking ahead. What I'm going to do now is continue that conversation, but also at the same time focus more specifically on how we can support you in terms of financing your education here at University Canada West. So just bear with me 1 second, and I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint if I can. Let's see if I get it right the first time. Okay, can you guys see my presentation here? All good. I see Sharon's nodding. Appreciate that.
Yeah, just awesome. Put it into presenter mode. Yeah.
Good to go. Okay, thank you, Marco. Okay, so introducing University Canada West, here's a bit of a message from our president, Brock Dykeman. And basically, UCW offers a dynamic learning environment and personal attention, competitive tuition rates, and as I mentioned earlier, scholarships that recognize academic excellence, which I'll speak about a little bit later on. But first of all, who is UCW? Um, I'll just share a bit of an overview about our university. We're a young university here in Vancouver, British Columbia, and we are currently the fastest growing university across Canada. And as I go through the presentation, you'll understand a little bit more about why. So we currently have over 4,000 students divided on 2 campuses. As you guys know, due to the pandemic situation, those campus courses are currently being offered virtually. However, we are preparing for a full reopen in the fall semester, and we're super excited for that because we actually have a brand new Vancouver House campus, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. And on our 2 campus, 90 different countries. So as you can see, lots of diversity, high international student population. So no, you will not feel alone studying on either of our campuses. A little bit more facts about us. This is a breakdown of our student demographic between male and female. And as you can see, we've got lifelong learners all the way from 16 years old to 59 years old. Obviously, with our graduate programs, we have mature students. And with our short-term courses, we attract a lot of younger students, as well as our English ESL programs are very popular amongst young international students as well. I know a lot of international students, this is some of the first questions you ask, so I'm just getting this stuff out the way. Yes, we are on the DLI list, so upon receiving your enrollment letters, you will be eligible to obtain your work visa, and all of our programs qualify for postgraduate work permit, and you are guaranteed a refund as long as you can provide all of your paperwork. So there you go, have it out the way. But as I mentioned, one of the fastest universities in Canada, fastest growing universities, and recently ranked as top 10 best online university in Canada for 2021. So this is very important, and we're so honored to announce this because when you think about the number of universities that exist across Canada and to know that we've made that shortlist in top 10, it just shows that we're going above and beyond to support our students. And it's not just about what's happening in the classroom, but also the supplemental services that are provided to you to ensure that you're set up for success. So let me dive right into that. So student supports. Obviously, outside of financial support, we provide a dedicated COVID-19 support team. So as you know, with the pandemic constantly changing, there's provincial updates, there's federal updates, there's national updates, there's restrictions and announcements related to travel and immigration. So we have a dedicated team to support not only our students, but our staff and our faculty to ensure everyone is up to speed with the changes that are happening and how it's going to impact them here at UCW. Our Center for Learning Success, that's how we can support you to make sure that you're having a well-rounded experience, you're maintaining those satisfactory marks that you need in order to keep those scholarships that you have. And Sharon mentioned quite a bit about it earlier. One of the best ways to support yourself as a student is working while going to school. But how do you find that job is the question. We have a dedicated career development center to help you do just that. I'll go into much more details about our career development center later on, but that's one of the ways that we are making sure that our students are employable, right? So they not only studying with us, but we're helping them to be set up for employment opportunities, whether it's part-time, whether it's full-time. And continuing on our services, these are some of the other ways that we support our students, but now moving right along specifically to scholarships. So as I mentioned, we are one of the only universities across Canada that actually offers scholarships to international students, right? And so not only do we offer scholarships, but a wide variety of them as well. So we offer regional scholarships, such as a European grant or the Americas tuition or a Middle East regional grant. So these scholarships you actually don't need to apply for. Students who come to us from these regions automatically receive these grants to reduce the cost of international tuition fees. What this does is it makes international studying or studying abroad, if you will, it makes it more accessible for students all around the world. We know that students in some particular areas need more support than others. And so this is one of the way that we try to meet those needs to be able to support those students and open those doors for opportunities. So in addition to regional scholarships, we offer excellence scholarships. So not only are you benefiting from the region you study with us from, but then also depending on your grades or your marks upon applying to University Canada West, you can qualify for additional scholarships. One of those, for example, may be our second language excellence scholarship. Perhaps your IELTS score is through the roof. We want to reward you for that. We want to recognize you for that. And we want to be able to provide you with some financial support in recognition of that. Perhaps you're someone applying to our MBA and you maybe don't have a business degree, so you're starting off in our MBA foundation before transitioning into our MBA program. We have a grant specifically for that program. It's the MBA Foundation Grant. This is a popular one amongst international students who may have very high marks, but maybe they don't specialize in business, so they're doing their foundation so they qualify for direct entry. So while you're doing your foundation, we're also going to be able to assist you by providing some financial aid. So there you have it. Plenty of other scholarships that I didn't even get a chance to mention. Our MBA Excellence Scholarship. Maybe you're a top candidate for our MBA program. We want to recognize you and reward you. And our scholarships range anywhere from $4,000 all the way up to a full scholarship. For example, we have a Women in Leadership Scholarship, which is specifically geared towards women in leadership positions who want to continue their education and pursue an MBA. That's potential for a 100% scholarship. So if you're interested in learning more, talk to us. I definitely wanted to take my time here and share more detailed information considering the topic. And once you do start studying with us, maybe you complete your degree and now you're a permanent resident. There's additional scholarships here, as you can see. Various ones that you may qualify for your MBA, for undergrad. As I mentioned, lots of different ways that you can go about financing your degree program. And I mentioned earlier about our Career Development Center. So they help to connect students with career opportunities. Obviously, we're all pursuing higher education in hopes to advance our career and be able to do more for ourselves and our families. And one of the ways you're going to be able to do more is through career opportunities. So our Career Development Center, here's some of the services that they offer to you. And these are so important. One of the ones I'm going to start with and pinpoint right away is personal branding. As someone with a marketing background, I can't emphasize enough the importance of personal branding, especially for you international students. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys out there. Personal branding, so important. You want to set yourself up for success? Well, perception is reality. What are you posting online? How are you presenting yourself online? And is the way you're presenting, are the ways you're presenting yourself, do they align with your future goals for your career? And if not, then you really need to take a look and evaluate. But we have a dedicated team of specialists to help you do just that and establish a complete personal brand. They're also going to be able to help you guys out with job search techniques. Obviously, coming to Canada from your home countries, there's so many differences right, in the labor market. And so we have a team that's going to teach you a little bit about those differences, because the way you find a job here in Canada, it may not be the same way you'd find a job in your home countries. Trust me, I'm from Jamaica. It's very much different in terms of job search techniques. Interview skills are also very important. You want to be prepared for some of those tough questions, some of those theoretical questions, or some of those experience-based questions. So what are the difference in those type of questions? Our career center can help you to recognize that. And of course, it all starts with your resume, cover letter, you know, presenting yourself well enough to get that interview. Networking is a huge part of Canadian culture. And so we teach you how to network appropriately. So again, networking in your home country may look very different than it may be here in Canada. So as you can see, a wide variety of career development services to ensure that you're going to be able to find those career opportunities while you're studying. And speaking of working as a student, international students, just so you're aware, are eligible to work for up to 20 hours a week part-time while studying full-time, right? So during your breaks, you're allowed to work as many hours as you like, but during your study terms, you're allowed 20 hours per week on a part-time basis. Obviously, this is going to help you to maintain a work-life balance in terms of balancing your academics and also balancing your work schedule. But again, during your breaks, so for example, summer break, winter break, whenever you decide to take a break, you're eligible to work full-time for as many hours as you'd like. But the greatest thing is that you are eligible to work as a student. And not only that, but upon entry to Canada, because your study permit actually serves as your work permit. So upon entry at the border, once you are provided with all of your student visa study permit processing that you have to do upon uh, entering Canada, you can start work the next day. In fact, I know students who've had jobs lined up before arriving in Canada. So lots of opportunities and lots of flexibility, and especially for those of you who are traveling with families, that's so important. If you want to bring your partner, if you want to bring your uh, children, Canada makes it accessible for you to be able to do that. And your partner would also be eligible for a work permit to be able to work while you are studying. And again, there is another way that you can be supported financially, especially if you're considering traveling here with your family. Where our students work, here's some of the top brands where our current students are working. If you guys check out our booth in the virtual fair, there's a video there actually of Mario. Mario is one of the senior managers at Amazon now. He's one of our MBA graduates, and he's sharing a little bit about his experience. And he's actually making mention of how the Career Development Center helped him. He's a student from Mexico. He came here to do his MBA, and they helped him so much that he landed his dream job working at Amazon. So dreams do come true, and that's a prime example of that. And here are some of the top brands, obviously Apple being one of those flagship brands there. But in terms of internships, we talked about career opportunity, part-time work, but we didn't talk much about internships. On our campus, we have a place called the Next Generation Hub. And the Next Generation Hub is a incubator, if you will, where ideas come to life. And we support the development of those ideas through internships, through mentorship, through through startup events, through lecture series. We help you to find funding to support your startup idea. So if you're someone who's looking to start your own business and take your idea to another level. Maybe you're coming to Canada and you're a former business owner and want to start business here in Canada. The Innovation Hub is the perfect place for you to sit down, meet with faculty, and have those conversations. And maybe you don't want to start your business, but you want to learn more about a specific industry. by way of internship, the Next Generation Hub is also that place where you can connect with faculty. So just a great resource that just adds to the many services that we provide our students to ensure that there's something for everyone. But let's get right to it, talking specifically about University Canada West on a higher level and what makes us different. So flexible intakes, we offer 4 intakes year round. So what that's gonna do, it's gonna offer motivated students an opportunity to complete their program at a faster rate. So essentially you can complete a 4-year degree in 3 years or just over 3 years, right? If you speed your way through. I talked earlier about financial support. So international students through some of our regional grants and scholarships can save anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 a year, right? Proven employability. We recently did a survey with some of our MBA alumni, and what we found was that 100% of our MBA alumni who participated in the survey within 6 months found employment within their career field right after graduation. So, you know, as I mentioned before, we're all going to university to better our career, to advance our career. That's a prime example of proven employability. Um, our our campuses are right in the heart of downtown Vancouver. So convenient location and close to amenities, public transit. We're close to the beach. In fact, I'm going to show you guys a video. I'm going to speed through this because I want to show you guys our brand new campus, a little sneak preview for you guys. But here are some of the things that make us just a little bit different. And continuing on, going right into Vancouver, if you guys haven't been to Vancouver, it's a beautiful city to be, a beautiful place. Here's a little snapshot. This picture is actually just down the road from our campus at English Bay, along the bike trail there. Just amazing city. And if you don't know about Vancouver, you don't know about Canada, here's just some fun facts for you. Canada, #1 best country in the world. And this is a 2020 ranking by US News and World Report. Also #1 for quality of life. So 2 very important categories, and we're ranked in the top 10. I mean, in #1 overall. And top 10 in city in the world for healthy living. So we know how important that is, especially at this time during the pandemic with all the challenges. So to know that amongst all the cities throughout the world, you know, to be ranked in the top 10 for healthy living is just phenomenal. But 2 important stats that I want to highlight. I'm going to start with Canada, #1 work destination in the world. And I'm just going to pause there for a minute because when we talk about proven employability, that only happens if there's opportunity. And so to know that you can study in a country that's #1 world work destination is very important. But transitioning right over, I want to highlight that Vancouver is #1 in North America for high tech job growth. So very important considering we're a business technology oriented university. And so we work very closely with many industries, many different sectors, and that's how we're able to provide some of those internship opportunities, but that's how we're also able to consistently innovate our programs and our services that we provide to our students. So here's just a beautiful photo of some of the things you can do here in Vancouver, but really what it captures is that we are able to enjoy all 4 seasons here in Canada. So if you're into snowboarding, uh, there's I'm not, but there's something for you. If you're like me and you just want to hang out on the beach, go for a swim, then there's something here for you as well. If you're into mountain biking, hiking, kayaking, paddleboarding, you name it. So that's one of the beauties of living in Canada and especially in British Columbia, being able to enjoy all 4 seasons. Here's a bit of a campus map. And as I mentioned, we have 2 campuses, our West Pender campus. This is what it looks like here. You can see our library and our main reception area there. And if you move right along to our Vancouver House campus, so as I mentioned, brand new campus, and you can see here just a state-of-the-art facility, iconic architecture, and we're so excited for this thing to open up this fall and be able to share it with you guys. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pause for a moment, and I'm going to close things off by giving you guys an exclusive sneak preview of our brand new Vancouver House campus. So just hang tight for 1 second.
Hey everyone, my name is Nina and this is Vince. We are part of UCW's student recruitment team. Welcome to our brand new Vancouver House campus.
We're standing in the heart of downtown Vancouver. Vancouver House is the core of a new waterfront neighborhood called the Beach District. Just steps away from parks, beaches, and Vancouver's seawall, the world's longest uninterrupted waterfront path. Today, you'll get to see the unique architecture of Vancouver House, our student spaces, classrooms, and more. At 90,000 square feet, our campus can accommodate more than 3,400 students. Now let's head inside and take a closer look.
Before we go any further, let's make sure we complete our mandatory health check.
All right, let's go. We're now on the second floor. Welcome to our student hub where our admissions team, student affairs, and finance teams will be able to answer your questions as soon as our campus reopens. All of these services are currently available online.
Let's continue our tour then. Let's head to the third floor. On the third floor, you'll find many modern, bright, and spacious classrooms. All of our classrooms are currently configured to ensure physical distancing and a safe environment for our students and faculty.
We're now entering one of my favorite areas in the whole campus, our student lounge. Right here, you'll find our academic advisors who can help you with any questions about your courses and your degree program. The student lounge area is the perfect space for you to have your lunch, work on your assignments, or just relax during your breaks. Speaking of relaxing, did you know that all the furniture throughout campus is manufactured in Canada?
Oh, really?
You bet.
Check out our study pods. These pods are located throughout the campus, and you can even book them for your group projects.
Okay, I think we should head up to the fourth floor.
You take the elevator?
Nah, I got a better idea. Our fourth floor features additional classrooms and 2 brand new computer labs. This is a great place to get some real work done.
From here, you can access my favorite part of the campus, our Innovation Hub. Follow me. Here at UCW, we bring innovation to the forefront of everything we do. This part of our campus will provide physical space for Innovation Hub and its initiatives. This is where local businesses and UCW communities meet.
This is also where you can get one of the best views of our other building. Our campus was designed by iconic architect Bjarke Ingels and is one of the highest profile developments in Vancouver's recent history. CNN described Vancouver House as one of the most anticipated buildings set to shape the world. Since then, it has captured the world's imagination and has won a number of design awards. Let's go check out the other building. On our campus, you'll find a number of essential amenities, such as grocery stores, a bank, pharmacy, cafes, and restaurants. You can head outside and take a nice stroll, or you can grab a bite someplace close.
Thank you so much for joining us on our campus tour today.
We can't wait to welcome you to our wonderful UCW community and meet you all in person as soon as it's safe to do so, right here on our Vancouver House campus. Stay safe. That's way too much.
Can you tell?
Okay, folks, I hope you guys found that helpful and informative. Thank you guys again for taking the time to be here and learning more about our universities, as well as learning more about how to finance going to university. And I just want to close off by saying, as a former international student who's had to actually pay my way through university, it is challenging. Make no mistake about it. It's the road less traveled. And so for those of you who are seriously thinking about studying abroad and pursuing higher education, it's something that you do need to take seriously and start to prepare for. I remember even before I traveled abroad, I was preparing myself, over a year out before the time, because there's so many things that go into it, from applying and getting your visa to applying to the program you want to get into, submitting all the documents that are required of you, proof of this, proof of that, and gathering all of that paperwork. So start early. That's my biggest advice, is to start early and to start to put together everything that you need, so you don't feel overwhelmed or in a hurry when the time comes and you do need to present those things. And plan ahead. If you're thinking about finding a part-time job in accounting, start to prepare for that. If you're thinking about marketing, start to prepare for that. Do some homework, do some research. I know Sharon mentioned quite a bit about research earlier, but research is definitely important. And it was one of the things that I did ahead of time that made a significant difference, because I hit the ground prepared for all the challenges that would come my way as an international student. So I challenge you guys to do just that. Start to prepare yourself, start to research, and start to take your commitment to education that much more seriously, to help you get to the next goal. We're here to help, as we mentioned before, always here to help. If you guys have questions, put your questions in the chat. I do see some chat messages here, so I think we do have some questions. But again, my name is Vince Watson, Senior Student Recruitment Manager here at University of Canada West. It's been a pleasure speaking to you guys, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Okay, questions. Are there any scholarships or grants for African students? So we don't offer a specific regional scholarship for African students, but we do offer plenty of excellence scholarships, as I mentioned. So if you are a student with top marks, the chances of you receiving some kind of financial recognition is very high. But we don't have a specific grant for the African region, or at least not yet, not yet. We don't get many students from Africa. So, once that does start to increase, then perhaps we will see a grant be developed for that region specifically. But we
Sharon,
do,
oh, sorry.
yep.
Sharon, after you're done speaking, Vince, Sharon, if you can also put your...
Yes, Sharon, yes. We have 2 questions, same question.
Hi. And so did you want me to answer it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as specific scholarships, like Vince had mentioned, we also don't have like specific scholarships for a region. So the scholarships that we offer, students are able to apply, like any international student is able to apply. Any international student can be eligible to get the scholarship. So ours is more like we have 2 types. We have an automatic scholarship, which is called our cultural scholarship. So you don't have to apply, you don't have to do anything other than be admitted. And you can get $3,000 each year for the duration of your program. And our most competitive scholarship is a merit scholarship. So that basically what it does is, you do have to apply for that. We look at the GPA, we look at your resume as well as a personal statement, but we value the personal statement the most out of the 3. So if you have, if you feel like your GPA is not good enough, don't let that discourage you from applying, because we, like I mentioned, we really value that personal statement, but we have no criteria for the personal statement. We want the student to really think about, okay, if I want to get a scholarship, what are all things is, the institution wanting to learn from me, to be able to offer the scholarship to me. So, and for that one, it basically reduces the international student rate to the resident rate for tuition and fees, which is about $10,000 of a difference. And so those are our 2 major scholarships that we offer. Then if you're a graduate student, we do have GA opportunities, so graduate assistant opportunities, which is also, you get a stipend and also the resident tuition rate, which is a pretty awesome deal as well. But yeah, it's not specific to a certain region or area. But it's more of like open for everyone, just kind of based off of if you're interested in applying and if you're selected as a recipient.
And my advice would be to apply for as many scholarships as you can. Do a little bit of research
Absolutely.
and see which scholarships you qualify for and go for it. If you're like, if you're 0.5 shy, I mean, what do you have to lose? Like, go for it, right? I mean,
Right.
I've seen situations where scholarships have gone under applied for, and people who weren't even close to qualifying ended up getting it because they simply put themselves, in the bidding. So you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
You don't.
So go for it. Let's see if we got any more questions. I see. I'm curious if there is a program or scholarship for Master 2 international students specialized in translation studies. I'm not sure I completely understand that question, but I'll take a shot at it. We do offer awards and scholarships for MBA, which is the master's program that we offer here at University of Canada West. And we also offer a second language excellence scholarship. So that's for students, international students who, for example, are coming to us from a country where English is not the first language, but they have how exceptional or outstanding English levels. So we do recognize them for that. How about you, Sharon?
Oh wait, I didn't understand the question.
Take a crack at it.
Um, actually, I don't even think I see the question.
The Q&A, in the Q&A. See it there?
I'm looking.
Or
Could you
maybe
just read it out to me? Because I don't think.
Okay. I'm curious if there is a program or scholarship for masters. I think that's the first part of the question.
Oh, okay.
For international students who specialize in translation studies. So I'm assuming that's like someone who's studying English, but maybe English isn't their first language, right?
I
And now
think
wanting to
so.
pursue a master's. So anyways, I took a crack at it.
Okay.
What do you got,
Um,
Sharon?
well, I mean, as far as scholarships go for graduate programs or for
Yes.
MBA, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, the graduate assistantship is probably the best opportunity for students at our institution, because, not only do you get a scholarship, but you do get work experience as a GA
Mhm.
and being able to work with the academic school, like for example, the School of Business, and working with different professors, and like those are things that are really gonna be put you like make you stand out, in comparison to other applicants for future jobs and things like that. Then on the other hand, the scholarship aspect, we do offer a stipend, and then we do, for the GA ones, we do offer in-state tuition for the whole duration of the program. And so, you do get a pretty good amount knocked off of the total cost. So that's what I would say. We don't necessarily have anything related to translational studies. I would say, as a program or something that we do. I mean, we do have certain scores for English proficiency, but I mean, they're very attainable for sure. But I don't know if that was a good crack at it, but
No, that was good. That was a nice shot. That was good. And
The last
you know,
question here, and sorry to cut you
oh,
off, Vince.
go ahead, go ahead.
Just we're a little over time, so we just have maybe one more question for Vince. Lucky answer: how many universities are there in Canada? Off the top of
How
your head.
many? Oh, on top of my, oh, wow. That's a good question. Hundreds? Hundreds. I know
It's
there's
in the
hundreds for
hundreds for
sure.
sure. Maybe
For sure.
thousands.
Maybe. I don't want to go there, but I know for sure there are hundreds of universities.
Awesome. So one maybe final thought from both of you, and then we will close out the presentation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess I'll go. Well, I just want to thank all of you guys for listening in on our session today. I hope that this was helpful. If there's anything that you can take away from this, just know that you're putting, you're moving in the right direction in choosing to further your education. So, first of all, I commend you guys because there's so many people who don't get the opportunity to further their education, and so the fact that you guys are thinking about it and you're willing to put the effort to go forward, I commend you. Please do your research on the institutions you want to go to. Understand and learn how the visa processing works, for that embassy or for that, country, and really just try to be punctual early, and try to just work really hard in this whole process because at the end it is worthwhile and it will pay off. So, just try to research and learn as much as you can, and it's okay not to know everything. Please reach out to the institution, to the recruiters at that institution, because they're going to be your best friend in that whole admissions process. And Vince probably can relate that we talk to our students a lot. We know a
That's
lot
right.
about our students. And so, we're there to help you out, and we'll help, like, we'll hold your hand sometimes. We won't hold it all the time. And so there's a lot of effort from your side as well as ours, but our efforts together is supposed to get to a really good solution and outcome. So I wish you guys all the best. If you're interested in looking into our institution, I put our email address there. So email us at international@uhv.edu. My name is Sharon again, and it was so nice meeting you all or having you guys listen to us today. And thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sharon. That's great advice. I'm going to wrap up with a bit of a cliche, but I have to say it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And I say that because it all starts with believing. You know, a lot of us have these big dreams of doing these great things. And when challenges come and things get shaky, it's that belief in your dream, that belief in yourself, that's going to keep you grounded and keep you moving forward. So, for those of you who have a goal, whatever that goal may be, first believe that that goal is attainable. And once you are able to believe that within yourself, go forth and execute. Everything is here to be able to support you. The answers will come along the way, but it all starts with believing in yourself. We're here to help you. You know how to get in contact with us. We wish you guys all the best in your journey. Thank you and take care of yourself.
Awesome. Thank you both for the presentation. It was very insightful, and I'm pretty sure everyone got what they came to get out of the presentation. And you can check out both of their booths in the exhibit hall. We have about another half an hour or so remaining in the fair. So that was University Canada West and University Houston Victoria. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome. Come chat with us.
you.
Thank you,
Bye
Marco.
now. No worries.
Thanks, Marco.
Bye.
Bye, guys.